Hey guys, just figured I'd do a quick video showing off the new Netflix HeMan and the Masters of the Universe 2021 CG show figures. They really need to come up with better names for these things so they don't all sound like the same thing. Makes it really hard to find them online. I did not find these figures in stores. There was a Walmart listing that didn't have a photo or specific character on it, and you just had to kind of buy it blind and see what you got. I bought two figures and I got lucky and got HeMan and Skeletor. Those are the two I wanted, because the other one you could have got was Man-at-Arms. I've heard of people ordering 4 and getting 4 HeMans, so I got really lucky. I guess to start out with, here's the card back. It's kind of just, half of it's the legal junk. You got a picture of the figure there, shows the action. Here's HeMan's. The front is pretty cool. It shows that each character's got their own card, so they're not just using the same one over and over. So you got Gray Skull there, and HeMan, and then Skeletor's. Got a good picture of Skeletor there, and everything else is pretty much the same. So it's cool looking packaging. It's different. The bubbles on these ones are kind of covered in a sticker, so it's not really worth showing. But so here are the figures themselves. Overall, just quick thoughts. They're really nice, especially for $10. So these are like $5 cheaper than Origins. They got less articulation, but they almost feel like more plastic in some ways, and they have an action feature. So that's pretty cool. Just stop the turntable here for a sec so we can take a closer look at them. Alright, so let's start with HeMan. My lighting here. So obviously it's animated style. I think these are really on model for how they looked in the CG show. They're clean. They got a lot of detail, like you can see all that texture and stuff on his suit. HeMan's got more paint than Skeletor, but in general most of the color is cast in the plastic color that it needed to be instead of painted. One thing, it's more noticeable on camera than it is in person, but his neck is painted and the head is a plastic color, and it doesn't really match very well. So that's probably the only downside with HeMan himself. But he's got color all the way around. Looks good. He's got a gigantic sword. It's cast in gold plastic, and the blade is painted silver. It's really big. It's got a peg on it, so just like in the show, you can stick it on his back. Have that going on. As far as articulation goes, it's fairly limited. The head is on kind of a ball joint. Doesn't really come off easily, so yeah, it looks like there's a peg and a barbell in there, so it's not just a simple ball. The arms are just on swivels. I wish there was a in and out hinge there, but there's not. Hands are on a swivel, same for both. The waist has some movement, but we'll get back to that. Just got actually they're ball joints on the hips, so they can move all around, and that's it. There's nothing else all the way down. You got peg holes. So with the waist, this is where the action feature come in. So you can swivel side to side and go up and down. You can't really go side to side this way. So when you do that, though, there's a spring or something in there that makes this work, so you can pull it back and do a power punch. Or you can put the sword in his hand and just kind of pull his head back, and chop down. So it works decent. So it's cool to have a He-Man figure with an action feature again like that. So yeah, it's not a ton of articulation, but I feel like it's enough for what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a kid's line. I think it works. His details look good, his paint looks good. Just in general, for $10, it feels a lot like the Playmate stuff, like when they were doing the 2012 Ninja Turtles. It feels like that, like you're getting a pretty decent, good, chunky figure. Yeah, we'll move on to Skeletor and we'll come back to size and comparisons afterward. So Skeletor is probably my favorite. I don't know, I really like the design, I really liked the character in the show. He was really funny and different, and I really liked it. His articulation is a little different. So he's got his Havoc staff. It's just one solid piece. It looks black, but it's actually a really dark purple. It is hollow on the back, which kind of sucks, but again, $10 figure. So his head doesn't seem to move. I don't know why. It is a separate piece in there, but no matter what I do, it does not want to move. And it's not attached to the hood in any way. Like, you can kind of push the hood down. It's not glued to that head. So I don't know why they would glue that head in place, but his details are cool. He's got, you know, like paint in there and painted eyes, and almost everything else is the cast plastic colors. So his arms go up and down, but they do get a little hindered by the shoulder things. These are flexible. This is all one piece going to the hood, and then these pieces are laid over that. So you can do that. You get the wrist swivel. Same with the other arm, up and down, and then this one swivels a little higher up. This is one thing that I'm not a big fan of either. In the show, his skull and his hand were the same color because they were just exposed bone. On this figure, his hand is very clearly yellow and his face is like neon green. So I don't know why they made those different. It should either be they're both neon green or they're both yellow. I think they should both be yellow. Yellow was closer to the color in the show, but whatever, it is what it is. And then he's got the same kind of ball joints as He-Man, go all the way around. Difference here is his feet also turn. He-Man didn't have that, so there you go. And he has the same battle action feature as He-Man, where pull up, goes back, or you can do a punch. So, and he can hold the staff in either hand. So he can, let's see if I can do this. Have him back slap He-Man. All right. So let's do some quick comparisons here. So these two, they're basically the same size. That makes sense. Here is new He-Man with vintage He-Man. So they are basically the same size. And here is with the Origins standing totally straight. If you kind of do the squatting vintage style pose, you know, they're still pretty close. For some reason I was expecting these new figures to be smaller. I don't know, it just seemed like because of the bulk that the whole figure overall is gonna have to be smaller, and I was expecting like a 4-inch figure for some reason. But no, they're fairly big, which is good because I think He-Man figures should always be big. I mean, the point is, you know, make kids feel like they got a big, giant, chunky, muscular man. So let's bring in Origins Battle Cat here. To me, that works. So, and one more. The only classics figure I've got here is Skeletor, so check that out. There you go. So overall, I think these are really cool. They're really fun. I think they're a good value for $10 whenever they hit stores. I probably will definitely be buying more. That big playset with the snake that's going to be coming out, given how big these figures are, has got to be like at least 2 feet long, just given how big the Skeletor is. So it'd be really cool if we get Battle Cat and everybody else. But yeah, these are definitely fun, and they're going to be hard to resist. They're different enough to feel like something new, and they're similar enough to make me go, that's Skeletor, and that's a cool Skeletor, and I want him next to my other Skeletors because he's unique. So hopefully these start showing up soon. Otherwise, keep an eye out on the listing on Walmart.com. I'll link it in the description below. Right now, I think it's listed as out of stock, but you know how Walmart goes. It probably will come back and go out again 20 times by the time this video is uploaded. So just keep an eye out. Yeah, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.